Storm Publishing presents Christmas with the Lords, written by Hannah Langdon and read by Tamsin Kennard. For John and Rose, to everything there is a season. Chapter 1. When I stepped off the train, a wave of Christmas cheer washed over me, despite feeling worried about the way I'd decided to spend the next few weeks. It was much colder here in Dorset than it had been in London, and in the weak afternoon sunlight, frost sparkled on the bushes, and my breath puffed out in smoky clouds. I piled my suitcases into the waiting taxi and pressed my nose against the cold glass as we drove through pretty villages, their decorations up and festooned trees standing in every window. As we paused at traffic lights outside a church, I saw a group of carol singers, muffled up against the cold in scarves and hats, and quickly wound my window down so that I could hear a snatch of their music before we drove on. It was one of my favourites, and I joined in softly as they sang, "O little town of Bethlehem, how still we see thee lie. Above thy deep and dreamless sleep, the silent stars go by." "Looking forward to Christmas, are you?" inquired my driver. "Oh, yes, I love it. Do you think we'll get snow down here?" She shrugged. "We often do, so you might be in luck. Staying with the Lords, are you, up at the house?" "I'm working for Bunny, helping to look after her twins." "Ah, of course. They'll be up for Christmas as usual. Well, you'll certainly be busy." I didn't want to gossip about my new employers, but I couldn't help asking, "Are they nice?" She laughed. "You'll have a memorable time with them, that's all I'll say." I didn't have time to ask her what she meant, because we were pulling up on a sweeping gravel driveway outside an enormous house, disturbing 3 or 4 large crows who cawed loudly as they flew to perch in the branches of a grand oak tree, stripped now of its leaves. Frost iced the holly trees that grew to one side of the drive, their red berries glowing through the sprinkling of wintry glitter. Opposite them, a rather overgrown yew hedge, also dusted with white, ran alongside a small stream, still bravely flowing despite the cold day. A pair of mallards snuggled together beside it on a mossy stone ledge, their feathers fluffed up, and, alighting from the taxi, I rummaged in my bag for some leftover oat biscuits to share with them. A rustling drew my attention away from the ducks, and I turned slowly to see the russet face and bright black eyes of a fox watching me from a gap in the hedge.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?